Iraq, the land that refuses to die Iraq. Listen carefully, not to the politicians, not to the headlines, not to the endless noise of television screens. Listen to the land itself, because long before there were nations, armies, flags, borders, religions, and ideologies, this land was already speaking. And if you know how to listen, it still is. Most people know Iraq as a place of war, a place of burning cities, explosions, refugee camps, collapsed buildings, endless conflict. For decades, the world has looked at Iraq through the narrow lens of violence. But what if that is only the final page of a much older story? What if Iraq is not the land of destruction? What if Iraq is the land of survival? A place that has been wounded more times than almost anywhere on earth, yet somehow continues to breathe. To understand Iraq, we must travel back thousands of years, back before empires, back before history itself, back to the moment when civilization first opened its eyes. Between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, something extraordinary happened. Humanity stopped wandering. People settled. They planted crops, built homes, created laws, invented writing. For the first time, ideas could survive longer than a single human life. This was Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, the place where humanity learned how to become humanity. And yet, standing here today, one question echoes across the centuries. How did the birthplace of civilization become one of the most troubled lands on Earth? The Mesopotamian marshes. From above, they look like veins carrying life across the desert. A vast world of water hidden inside a sea of dust. For thousands of years, people lived here exactly as their ancestors had. They built houses from reeds, fished the rivers, raised buffalo, followed the rhythm of nature. Some historians believe these wetlands inspired ancient stories of paradise itself, a living Eden. But paradise has always been fragile. When men seek power, nature often pays the price. Rivers were diverted, water disappeared. Entire ecosystems collapsed. Fish vanished, birds disappeared. Families were forced to abandon the homes their ancestors had occupied for generations. The marshes dried into cracked earth. From space, the scars were visible. An entire world seemed lost forever. Yet nature possesses a patience that humanity lacks. Slowly, water returned, life returned, birds returned, reeds emerged from the mud, the marshes began breathing again. The lesson is simple. Life wants to live. The earth does not seek revenge. It seeks balance. And every time we stop destroying it, nature begins the long process of healing. Then there is Babylon. The name alone sounds immortal. Babylon was once among the greatest cities ever built. Its kings commanded armies. Its walls astonished travelers. Its wealth seemed endless. Here, rulers believed they could challenge heaven itself. But where are they now? Where are the mighty kings? Where are their armies? Where are their treasures? Gone. All of them. Reduced to dust beneath the feet of strangers. This is the fate of every empire. No matter how powerful, no matter how rich, no matter how feared, history does not preserve power. It buries it. Every empire believes it will be the exception. Every empire is wrong. The sand beneath Babylon is not merely sand. It is the remains of forgotten ambitions. The remains of men who believed they could conquer eternity. And eternity conquered them instead. Then comes Baghdad, a city that should not exist, not because it was never built, but because it has been destroyed so many times, invaded, bombed, burned, occupied again and again. Yet Baghdad remains. Why? Because cities are not buildings. Cities are people. A city survives when its people refuse to surrender. Walk through Baghdad today. Look beyond the concrete barriers, beyond the checkpoints, beyond the scars. You will find crowded markets, children laughing, the smell of cardamom tea, fresh bread emerging from ovens, old men arguing over politics as if the world has not changed in centuries. This is not denial. It is resilience, the quiet refusal to let suffering define an entire existence. Perhaps courage is not charging into battle. Perhaps courage is waking up every morning, choosing to continue, choosing hope when hope seems irrational, choosing life when life has become difficult, choosing love in a world that constantly offers hatred. And then there are the mountains of Kurdistan, a different Iraq, an Iraq many outsiders never see. Green valleys, waterfalls, sharp cliffs rising toward the sky. For thousands of years, these mountains have watched civilizations rise and fall. Empires marched through the valleys below. But the mountains remained. They became shelters for those fleeing violence, silent guardians standing above human madness. The mountains teach another lesson. Nature does not care who wins our wars. It does not care about our flags, our ideologies, our borders. The mountains simply endure. Long after we are gone, they will still be standing. Perhaps that is why they feel sacred. Not because they belong to any religion, but because they remind us how small we truly are. Iraq has suffered greatly. There is no denying that. But suffering is not the whole story. The world often sees Iraq as a symbol of tragedy. Yet tragedy is only one chapter. There is another chapter. The chapter of survival. The chapter of rebuilding. The chapter of people planting trees where bombs once fell. The chapter of parents protecting children despite impossible circumstances. The chapter of ordinary people refusing to let darkness become permanent. And maybe that is the true lesson of Iraq. Not war, not destruction, not politics. Hope. Because hope is stronger than fear. Stronger than hatred. Stronger than empires. Empires collapse, armies disappear, borders change, but hope survives. As long as rivers continue flowing, as long as children continue laughing, as long as someone plants a seed in the soil. The story is not over. Iraq is still breathing. And as long as the land continues to breathe, humanity still has a chance.